Hey guys, how is everybody tonight? Good to see you guys. No, I start time is flexible. You know how that goes. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to stay outside. I might have to go inside. I know the lighting is kind of freaky out here, but I like sitting out here better so I can smoke. I know that's terrible. I know, guys, it's terrible. It is the thing I'm gonna work on next. Hey, Michelle. Hey, quietly dying. You're always the first one here. I love that. Quietly dying is literally always the first one here. I think, you know what I'm going to do, guys? I think I'm going to try, I don't know if you can do this or not. I want to try, so I can see the comments on my phone. How do I do that, guys? Um, I don't know how to do it. It doesn't show my, oh wait, it does. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. Oh wait, it does. I'm sorry. Okay, that way I can, hey Jamie, just saw you over there at Sweet Jenna's. It's good to see everybody. Yeah, this way I can read them on my phone instead of trying to read them on my computer. It's kind of hard. But I know the lighting is bad. If you guys want me to go inside, just tell me. But seeing my face isn't really that important. But really, the point of this going live today was number one, I just wanted to thank everyone for coming over and subbing last night. And Marv giving me that shout out. That was really, really awesome. I felt really, really honored for him to to point out one of my videos. Like, I feel really good about that. That really made me feel good. Semper Fi. I'm from a family. My ex-husband was a Marine. The whole family was Marines, and I gotta say, Marines build good men. They really build good men. So welcome, welcome. Glad to have you aboard. And the knowledge that you probably have, Mark Atkinson, can help us all. You know what I mean? Some of us need some of those skills that you know. And we're going to be depending on our former Marines and our veterans and our people like that. We're going to be depending on them during this time. Like, you guys, I see, you know, I'm sure you guys do too. Like, I know that we all see something coming in this country. We don't know what, and we don't know where, we don't know when, but we all know it's coming. And we all need to be prepared for that mentally, physically, and spiritually. I love when Richie from Boston says, putting on your full armor of God. Because and some of you may not be Christian, and that's fine too. You do your thing, and I do my thing. You know what I mean? That's how we are here at the Mark Bugle family. But for me, I think that's really important, and it's important to remember every single day, because every single day we get closer to that time. But I wanted to talk about solutions today. Yeah, Marine moms are the greatest too. Hey, Bounce. Hey, baby, how you doing? Good to see you. You know what, guys? I don't know how to do. I do not know how to. I don't know how to make mods. Does anybody know how to do that? I don't know how to do that. I haven't needed any. I have not gotten any real negative comments. Nobody's been really a jackass on my channel. So I haven't had a need for it, but I'm sure at some point I probably need to. Hey, Ari. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, finally hit 1,000. It took a long time, right? It's okay. Because a lot of people think it's like just about dogs. And I think that kind of hurts me a little. You know what I mean? Because if they think, oh, if I don't have a dog, then there's nothing I can hear on that channel that's going to, be important. Yeah, exactly, Mark. I want to say something about that. Um, we have so much treason that has going on in this country that has gone on by very important people. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know about you guys, but I think selling 20% of our uranium, that's treason. Spying on the president, like the head of the FBI did, and going after the president, like, what's his name? The head of the FBI. You know, Mark. What's his name? Oh my God, this is how my brain is. I want to talk to you about detoxing too. I was researching some detox methods today. But damn it, Mark, what is his name? I know you probably know. Oh, Comey. I'm sorry, it was like right on the tip of my tongue. He literally lied in front of Congress, and they know it. They proved it, and no charges were brought against him. Now, you or I do that, and we're going in the hole for a minute. Like, we're going to be gone for a minute. Treason has been so great in this country. Our former president, which I didn't even consider my president, but 44, he knew that the FBI was he signed the FISA warrants that had that they were spying on Trump, like the whole time, candidate Trump all the way through. So there's a lot of treason that has gone on. And hey, Hala, hey, and yeah, I think that's really important to for us to realize that is seriously treason. I think that might be why they are working on Getmo. Do you guys think so? Do you guys have any opinions about that? Yeah, I will do that. I will ask Jay Stone. You're right. You're right. Absolutely right. Yeah, she is the bomb on tutorials and stuff, guys. The bomb. Is that lighting bothering you guys? Is that bad? I don't know how that's coming out to you guys. Anyway, I wanted to talk about solutions today. I'm always saying to you guys, what are we gonna do? Or like how do we fix this? Or what are you gonna do? I'm always asking you guys like different suggestions on what we can do, okay, to help fix this problem. But somebody said something really important last night in Mara Fugel's chat about the solution, and I don't know who it was, and I'm sorry that I don't. But the person said, we vote and we have control with our dollars. Like where we spend our money is how we are. That's how we tell people what we are gonna. You know what I mean? That's how we get to this solution. It's like not buying everything smart. You don't need a smart baby monitor. I mean, let's be for real. You don't need a smart toothbrush. Like you don't need a smart everything. And I think maybe if I can turn this some way it won't shine like that. Okay. I think maybe sometimes it's our purchasing power we need to vote with. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, with the whole trucking situation, like maybe we should inquire, how are you shipping me your product? If you're shipping me your product by drone, then I don't want your product. You know what I mean? Like maybe we should start standing up like that. And like all the smart things, like everything I have is smarter than I am. Well, that's not very hard to do. But I'm just saying, like I think maybe that's how we should Jay Stone, we were just talking about you. Hey Lisa. I don't know how to make mods, Jay Stone. That's what we were talking about. I don't know how to do it. Hold on, Mark. I want to read this. Oh my gosh. Mark Atkinson, that is so amazing. That is so awesome to hear. I do. I know it's 3/4 of our government. You're exactly right. They're all involved in this child trafficking. And the normies find out what's going on and what's been going on, they're going to flip their lids. Like, and nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to freaking hear it about the kids. I get it. I get it that it's sick. I get it that it's hard to listen to. I understand that. But if we don't shine light on it, how are we going to stop it? These people are fucking crazy. And they're buying and selling children like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. And that guy Epstein, he was a keystone, I believe. I believe he was a keystone. And whether he's dead or not, I don't know. but they have his black book. They know what he did. They have, I think, 40 some um, new girls have come forward, and they are all putting fingers on people like the prince and everyone. And you know what, guys? It's made me go back and question, and I know you guys probably have too, Princess Diana. I mean, what do you guys think? I'm sure they killed her. She was actually, I didn't know this, but I watched a documentary on it, and it was by Jason Bermas, JASON BERMAS. He's excellent he does some serious deep dives about this Epstein thing. And he also does some deep dives like about MK Ultra, Nexium. I don't know if you guys know anything about Nexium either, but that's all part of this. All of these things are connected. Yeah, yeah. I agree, Mark. I agree. Um, yeah, Jay Stone. Yes, she did know. She knew exactly what was going on, and I think that was why. And she was with Dodi Fayed, and she was actually pregnant with his baby, and they were getting ready to announce it. Yeah. Oh, Mark, won't it be great? Like, I'll be hooked to that. I'll be hooked to that. Um, yeah, Lisa Jones, me too. Me too. I remember thinking to myself, this was no accident. There's no way this was an accident. And bless her heart, what a sweet girl she was. And you know what? She was like one of us. She was like a normie that got sucked in. And then they thought they were going to make her like them. And she was like, oh no, I am not. I am not abusing children. Like, I'm not going to do that. And I think that's when they decided that she just wasn't good enough. I mean, she just wasn't going to be part of this family. And all of this stuff goes so far back, right to the Queen. This stuff has been going on, guys, for years and years and years and years and years. But nobody, and I think that's why President. Yes, she was a smart lady. Yeah. Oh, okay, Bones. That's all right. Go ahead. Just leave me. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, they deserve it. Yeah, they deserve everything they get. They really do. And then the funny, that was so funny when the prince tried to say that he was not connected to Epstein. And then they come up with all these pictures of him and him with pictures of him with his arm around like some 14 or 15-year-old girl or something like that at Epstein's place. Like, this stuff is going so, so deep. I think everyone, and this is my opinion, but I think anyone that did business with him after he was already convicted, because he was already convicted back in 2013 to be a convicted sex offender, and people still did business with him. Bill Gates still met with him, and Bill Gates went on Ellen and said the only reason he was connected to Jeffrey Epstein was because Jeffrey Epstein knew a lot of rich people, and he needed the connections. He needed the connections. Really? Bill Gates needed connections to rich people? Come on, man. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. And then him with all his doing something for all the kids. He's vaccinating all the kids. He's vaccinating all the kids, guys. Isn't he awesome? He's vaccinating all the kids. We're so happy with him. Yeah, I just can't wait until this all comes out and comes to light. I think it will be people will be so shocked. And I think that's why President Trump, remember when he first went in office and he signed that thing that said he could take all of the assets of anyone connected to child trafficking, even if they didn't live in the United States, if they were participated in um, that he was going to go after their assets if they had assets in the United States. I can't remember exactly what it was. Point being, he could take all their shit. But the funny thing is they haven't done that with Epstein. Why haven't they taken Epstein's all those properties and all that stuff? Why haven't they confiscated that stuff? They wouldn't hesitate if it was you or I. Yeah, I can't wait to see all this come to light. I really can't. I, and the problem is though, and I hate to say it, but the truth of the matter is, the problem is that it's never going to come out of that squawk box on CNN. And if it doesn't come out of that squawk box, then nobody's going to believe it. You know what I mean? Like, people do not believe private citizen journalists. Like, I got to be honest, I don't believe any. First of all, I don't watch any TV. I only listen to YouTube because I can put that on and I put my phone in my little pouch and I listen to it all day while I work. So I don't watch any TV, but I know that there's a lot of people that really pay attention to CNN, and if CNN doesn't say it, then it didn't happen. Like, they're really that dumb. And Fox News too. Fox is really no better. People like to think it's better, but it's really not. There's only a couple shows on there that are really Trump supporter shows, and I don't think Trump's our savior either. I just want to add that. I don't think he's our savior. Oh my gosh, these pop-ups will not quit coming. Wow, Mark. Wow. What do you, Mark? Mark? What do you think about the whole Q thing? I mean, I followed Q and I listened, and I still do have one girl that I listen to that is a Q person, and she decoded all the Q drops when Q did say some things that were exactly right and came true exactly like he said. I mean, you can't deny the fact that some of the things he said happened or, came up. So, you can't deny that. Um, but on the other hand, I feel like it's some kind of psyop to make us feel like somebody's on our side. Because let's be honest, Trump cannot relate to me. And I'm sorry, but he cannot relate to me. Sorry, I live by an airport, or, kind of by an airport. Um, yeah, all right, Mark. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. I agree with that. I agree. Trust but verify. You're exactly right. Um, but I have to say, a lot of things did really come to pass that he said. And, who knows if that was meant to make us feel some type of way or not. I don't know. I definitely saw that Trump was aware of the whole Q movement, and he also was like, he did things to confirm, Q when people asked him to. So, I mean, in some ways, I feel like, but I always feel like that too. Like, you have to always make sure, don't just trust somebody willy nilly. You have to make sure what they're saying is true. Oh, and I wanted to say too, the other night when Adam didn't do a show and he was doing his documentary or whatever, I had heard that day that there was seismic activity on the West Coast, and there was movement in the plates. So I don't know, like, what's going on with that. I haven't watched Mike Morales for a few days. I don't know, but yeah. How about that with Carolyn Kennedy? Do you think there's any chance that JFK Jr. is alive, Mark? Do you think that's anything? I mean, there's a lot of people that believe he is still alive. There's a lot of people that are pushing that and thinking that he's alive and he's going to come back at some point. Oh, you think he is cute? Oh my God, wouldn't that be so fucking crazy? Oh, that'd be so awesome. It is highly possible. Jay Stone, like, why wouldn't he fake his death? Like, he knew they killed his father. He knew they were going to kill him. Look, his magazine was called George, people. Like, I feel like it would be so fucking crazy. I would love that. I'm telling you right now. Yeah, I have too, Jason. I have too. And I've watched all those, and I just feel like, you know what? He was a smart guy, and he knew they were never going to let him, Vincent. Yes, I do. I really feel like it's possible. I'm glad you guys think so too, because I felt like I was crazy. I felt like I was crazy because I felt like, you know what? That's just nuts. But guys, crazier things have happened than somebody faking their death. And he had enough money and enough. He had enough. I mean, he had enough of everything to do that. And um, if you did any research on it and you heard anything about it, um, when they took like an hour to even go search for his boat. I mean, his plane. They took like an hour to even go out and search for him. Like, I really do think it's possible. Oh, Lisa, definitely check it out, Lisa Jones. I can't remember, Jay Stone. Do you remember who you listened to for that? Do you remember who the creators were? I agree. I think his wife. I do think that's her. If you guys see the facial layovers they do, and gosh, Jay Stone, I wish I could remember who to tell her to listen to. If you the facial layovers they do, their faces are exact to that Vincent guy, and then she looks just like that lady with the hat. You know what I mean? But her hair was darker, but she was older too. And have any of you guys subbed to um, Santa Claus of the United States? Do you know what I'm talking about, Jay? Kellyanne Hub News. Good job, Jay Stone. You're the shit, bitch. That's my girl right there. I'm telling you. Yeah, I got to get with you about how to make mods, Jay. But we won't do it now. There's nobody. I mean, I don't get the troll action that you guys do. Um, hey, Trucker. How are you doing? I heard your call last night. Really good call. Yeah, Jason is on top of it. She's the shit. Yeah, I watch all of her tutorials because I'm an idiot. Look, guys, I am seriously a tech tard. I mean, it is bad. I even hate to. It's really bad. It really is. Um, and now I can live stream on my phone, but which I probably won't even do because I'm here with my laptop. It's easier for me. But if I ever wanted to, I guess I could. I'm so happy to reach 1,000. Like, I feel so happy about that. Um, there was other things I wanted to say too. Um, on the issue of private protection laws, you guys know what I'm talking about? This red flag shit, guys, is bad news. Like, listen, my boyfriend had a story on Facebook this morning that someone had called about this guy who had some weapons, and they had made a call about him about, oh man, I'm sorry, man. Woo, that was bad. He had made a call, somebody had made like a red flag call on him. And him and his family did have some personal protection in their home, but it was all legally owned and acquired, right? And they busted in his door at 5 in the morning, right? And of course, he grabs his gun because somebody's busting in his door. Hold on, one of my dogs is barking at me. I'm so sorry, guys. What do you want, Jack? Come on, Willow. All right, guys. Skedaddle. Oh my goodness. Skedaddle. Sorry. When they have to go potty, they have to go potty. What were you talking about? Oh, yeah. So they broke in his door at 5 in the morning to take his weapons. And of course, because they broke in his door at 5 in the morning, he grabs a gun. He shoots the first one that comes in, right? Then they shoot his wife. And she dies on the scene. And they shot him also. And they took all of his weapons. The man had never, ever been in trouble with the law. He had never been in like a facility of any type. No, none of this. But somebody had made a call. And I think they're even allowed to do this anonymously, right? Like they're allowed to call anonymously and not even say who they are. So, like these laws are getting out of control, guys, and these laws are meant to. I mean, they really want us, not to have any protection. I mean, if we look back at civilizations, guys, every body of people that was ever taken over like that is because they allowed them to take their personal protection. We cannot allow this. We cannot allow it. Anyone who is a legal owner and has the legal ability to acquire should be acquiring all they can right now. All they can. I am. You're damn right I am. People are even burying them in their yards right now because they're so afraid of what's coming. Like this is serious. What's coming is serious, guys. The bad part is that our law enforcement have been taught, and now they are trained to think we are the enemy. Like our military is trained to think we are the enemy. Like they're training for um, domestic issues right now because they know that people are getting a little restless. And if the lights do go out, and if this economy does shatter, which it's really looking like it's gonna, and people can't, get their next day deliveries and buy their next day food, it's going to be a real crisis in this country. Oh my gosh, Mark. I'm so excited about that. Like I would so love that. By the way, my ex-husband's name was Mark too. Oh, that's funny. Seeker of truth. Hey, I know. I know. We can't ever give that up, guys. We can't ever allow that. That's the first step to actually making us more slaves than we are. Like we're already slaves enough. I mean, come on. How much more can we do for them? How much more can we give? Where was this? Are you talking about the one on Facebook? I don't know. My boyfriend was looking at Facebook this morning. Um, did you get blocked? Is that what you said, Mark? No, Mark, don't go. Oh no, I guess he thought I blocked him, but I didn't. He um he evidently knows what's going on. But I am worried about what's gonna happen when this economy goes, and it's getting ready to go berserk. This oil thing is gonna send it over the edge. The inflation's gonna happen so quickly that the normies like us are not gonna be able to we aren't gonna be able to do it. Like there's no way we can afford $4 a gallon gas. Like I don't know about you guys. I can't afford it. Like that's insane. And it's gonna happen because of all the shit. And then they said, oh, this is what I love. This is what I love. They said that it was drone attacks, right? But I saw a report that showed literally holes in refineries. And one guy that was a witness said that they were missiles. So I don't know. Oh, okay, Jay Stone. Frozen long down. Michelle, what do you mean? I don't know what you guys are saying. I don't understand. That's okay. Yeah. So, but anyway, that's what I want to say is everybody who is legally allowed to and in the position that they can, you need to be getting as much personal protection as you can and as much stuff to go in it. You're not gonna be able to get ammo either. And this thing with WALMART and them like saying they're not gonna sell, it's just ridiculous. It's all ridiculous bullshit. So when they get rid of personal protection weapons, what's gonna be next? It's gonna be stabbing. I mean, people are gonna kill people. That's just the way it goes. People kill people. You know what I mean? That's just it. And it doesn't matter what weapon they use. I mean, people can use a hammer. Are we going to ban hammers? No. So the shit's crazy. And that's why they put all these mass bang bangs on the news 24/7. 24/7 on CNN and Fox News and things like that, because they want to convince the normies that taking their weapons is a good thing. I mean, and people are so stupid. They just walk like sheep right into the slaughter. Right in. Right in. They're watching the sheep in front of them get slaughtered and still walking in. And you know what I said about solutions? And not buying everything smart. And you know what else I thought of that we could, that we could all do? Like we could all do this. And I think this is like a good thing that we should all do. We should all be setting a certain, no, Jax, you're going to wait. You just asked to go out. You're going to wait. Be a good boy and go play. Be a good boy, Jax. Go play. He's ornery. He's so sweet, though. He's one of my daycare dogs, and he actually stayed the weekend with us this time. So he wasn't used to staying the night. And Friday, it was so funny because, or whatever it was, when all the parents come to pick up their dogs at night, you know what I mean? One by one, when their parents text me and tell them they're coming, I get that dog and I put it on a leash and I take it out the garage because I do a double door system to take them out so nobody escapes, right? Well, Jackson usually gets picked up with all the, during that time. Well, he was so confused why I didn't take him out in the garage and his daddy didn't come. He was so confused. He was like literally upset. I could tell he was literally sad. Like dogs have such a deep emotional attachment to us. We don't realize how much they love us. Their little worlds revolve around us. And it's just so sweet sometimes to see how much they love us. And he does. He loves his daddy so much. And he didn't know why his daddy didn't come. So he's staying the weekend with us. And he's a little piggy wiggy. He likes to eat a lot. So I feed him a lot, which I shouldn't do. I know. But he's just here for a weekend. So it is. Yeah. Yeah, seeker of truth. You're right. You're right. Oh, and you're talking about, these explosions that happen at these places that hold these those explosions that more or less the CDC, where they have all these pathogens and biological, and then they put out a report that we're in no way ready for any kind of pandemic that would happen in this country. Like they seriously set you up from every angle. Like, honestly, who knows what's going to happen first? Who knows if it's going to be economic? It could be, it could be a lights out situation. It could be so many things, guys. And there's no way you can prepare for every single thing that's going to happen. There's just no way. But you can do your best to prepare for what you can, you know? And Renee Thomas, I was watching you. You did a great job, girl. Renee, awesome work. Really great work. Yeah, I was listening last night, and was it last night? And today maybe. But anyway, you great work, girl. This family is amazing, right, guys? Are we not amazing? We are. We're freaking amazing. Everybody has something to. Everybody has something to. Yes, Michelle. Yeah, yeah, Lisa. That's true. That is true. Yeah, and Mark, you're so right. Yes, Mark, you're exactly right. My ex-husband had a 308. He used to tell me when we get in a fight, I could pick you off at a mile and nobody would ever know. I packed my bags that night. That's what I was thinking too. I got to get at least 2 miles ahead of them. Them Marines are serious, man. He was very jealous and overprotective. It was a very hard marriage. I stayed in it for 23 years. It was very difficult. But I will say, he taught me some shit that I'm glad I fucking know. You know what I mean? The Marines know what's up. And I listened, when he was telling me about how to protect myself. I listened. And in fact, at the end of our marriage, he was 10 years older than me, so I was starting to get stronger and he was starting to get weaker. His fights got a little heated. Yeah, they're trying just to go farther and farther all the time. They're trying to blame the NRA. It's so funny when they try to blame the NRA for mass shootings. Like, it's incredible to me that we even in the way the news puts things out. Like, it's just they do it just to pull your heartstrings and make you feel some type of way. But trust me, guys, you can kill somebody a lot of different ways. It doesn't have to be that way. But if we give that up, we're giving up our sovereignty. We're giving up everything. So, you know. So we gotta fight for that right, guys. It's very important. I was listening to someone today who was talking about the language of the Constitution, and that when the Constitution was first written by our founding fathers, the way it was written was totally different than it is now. And the way they word it now, words in the English language have been so manipulated, but the way it's worded now, we actually don't have the rights that we think we have. So, and it does give the power to some of the power to the government. I don't know. It was this whole big thing. You have to listen to it. I listen to a lot of things during the day while I'm doing stuff. Like, you guys, I'm out there scooping poop 3 or 4 times a day. Sometimes I can't even touch my phone, so I just put it on autoplay. So sometimes I hear the weirdest things. Hi, Janet. Oh, hey, Janet. Where are you from, Janet? Are you from here by any chance? We have a lot of Floridians. We have a lot of Floridians. We need to do a get together. I'm probably one that is in the best spot because I'm central. So, like, you guys can come here, but you have to mind the dogs. 1985. Funny, but that's when my ex-husband was in. He was in Camp Lejeune. He went through Camp Lejeune. South Florida. See? We have so many Floridians. That's crazy. Yeah, we need to schedule a thing. We need to do that. Like, maybe I should have to host it because I guess I'm in Central. I know Central Florida Pepper too. He's in Central, but he's like a little bit west, I think, of me. I'm kind of on the coast, so I don't know. Or maybe I don't know what we could do, but I feel like we should all get together and get to know each other. The funny thing is that if something does really go down in this country, and the grid really went down, let's say, we would be dependent on the people that we know, and we would be dependent on our neighbors. Some of us, you know, I am prepped for bugging in, and I am prepped for bugging out. Except one thing I realized when I watched Jay Stone's live stream that night is that my bug out bag for Florida is ridiculous. It's stuff that doesn't even happen here. When she did that thing for Florida, she's exactly right. You've got to plan for the area that you're in. So I have to redo my bug out bags for that. But your concern is your neighbors. Like, if you're bugged in and you shut your house down, basically. I mean, like, what I have is I have black plastic, and of course I have the outside hurricane shutters, but I have black plastic and clear plastic and tape, so I can tape everything off in case it's nuclear or whatever. But we're going to be dependent on other people, and we need to get to know each other and where each other are, and maybe even a way to communicate with each other without the grid system, because we aren't always going to have it. They're plainly telling us we're not going to have it too. Yeah, I know. You're St. Petersburg. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Lisa. Yeah, Lisa, I need to redo mine too. I have to redo my whole bug out bag because she was exactly right. I'm not prepared for what's going, and I need to make sure that I have everything waterproofed because she was totally right. What's going to happen here is totally, and I'm closer to the coast than ever before. So, you know, oh gosh, Mark. Hey, Oregon. Hi, baby. Mark, man, you are really flipping me out, dude. Let me write that down. I do have water filtration. It is not that one though. But you know what? Who else talks about that? The Alexa Pure is. I think Richie from Boston talks about that too. He mentions that too. Yeah. Mideast Ohio. Hi, Dawn. Yeah, South Florida. It's that Broward County crap. It's the leadership there in South Florida, and you know why? Because uh, they were the people in the South Florida were involved, highly involved, in this. Oh, it's making my head hurt, guys. I think the people that are the leadership in South Florida was involved, don't you guys? With the whole Clinton, the child trafficking thing, right? Like they had to be, and the whole Epstein thing, they had to be. I mean, he was flying in and out of there. Yeah, northern Florida is a little different, and this is mid Florida is different too. Like there's a lot of retirees here. That's what this is. Like this community is a lot of retired folks that come here from up north when it's their second homes or whatever, and so it's great because in the wintertime there's a lot of people here, but in the summertime there's not. In the summertime it's like pretty much DeSantis fired both Broward and Palm Beach supervisors of elections. Yeah, I bet she did. Janet, she is just absolutely insane, is she not? Or he, DeSantis. Is that a she or he? Anyway, some of the news I hear and I hear it and I don't. It's I don't get to watch it. I get to hear it. But yeah, the elections in Broward County were definitely there was stuff going on there that was crazy. Definitely. Governor DeSantis, yeah. Um, but if South Florida had to be involved with this Epstein thing, had to be. There's no way. And did you guys notice that the pilot logs? They only had I think they only had two of the pilot logs, and there was way more than that. And as far as I'm concerned, everybody listened to that log, and everybody that went to that island. I'm sorry, I just can't believe that you weren't involved in some way. I can't believe that. And if you knew he was a sex offender and you still got involved with him after that, you truly got some issues. You have some issues. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I would not babysit a dog of someone who I knew molested children or hurt children in any way. And I'm not a kid person. I'm an animal person. But I'm telling you, I would not do business with that person. So these people that did business with him after that, they're involved. And I'm sorry, but they're at fault too. They're condoning that behavior. Evergreen, yes, yes, yes. I've heard that. Yeah, I heard that, Mark. I did hear that. Yeah, you're right, Seeker of Truth. Oh my gosh, North Olympics from the northwest tip of Washington. Welcome. Welcome. Thanks for coming. Thanks for stopping by. I'm just trying to see if I missed anything. Um, the one thing though that disappoints me is that when Trump was running for president and he was all about the lock her up, all that stuff. But the truth is, like, everybody's still waiting for that day. You know what I mean? Like we're still waiting, and we have all these sealed indictments. There's like, I think there's like, correct me if I'm wrong, Mark, but I think there's something like upwards of 40,000 sealed indictments. So all of those sealed indictments are, but why isn't anything being done? It's like happening so slowly. I don't. Oh God, Mark, that is insane. And you know what though? I have heard that. And there's this rash of suicides in the New York's police department, the New York City Police Department. All these cops that knew what was going on in New York are suiciding like flies. There's been like 4 of them, I think. Right, Mark? 4 of them. I've got to let these dogs in, guys. I'm sorry. You guys want to see? You guys want to see? You see the babies? I don't know if you can see because it'll probably be dark. Willow. Yeah, I'll take you in so I can see, so you can see. The light might be better in here anyway. Oh yeah, it's much better. I'm sorry, guys. That was like a kind of a shake up, I know. But Jackson, can you see Jackson? Jackson, what are you doing? Willow, Willow, what are you doing? Say hi, Willow. Could you see her? Or is it too dark? Probably couldn't see her. Okay, Willow's my service dog. I have a veteran that I watch her for, and okay, go lay down. And oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry. I watch her whenever he has to work, and she's a sweetheart, but she's not very. Come on, go, Joy, go. Okay, so sorry, guys. It is what it is. I have to working. Try Pro Plan dog food. I should try it. Yeah, I've noticed that too, Janet. I've noticed that too. And I guess they have to get rid of the judges. I mean, let's think about it. They do have to get rid of the crooked judges. And if they don't get rid of the crooked judges and the crooked court, then how are you going to have trials? So I get that. Like, I think that's true. And I understand that. I'm sorry, guys. I really am. I love you guys for being so patient with me. Here you go, Willow. Here you go, Willow. Go ahead. Go get a drink, Willow. Let me left your water in there. I make them get a drink in the garage because they're all so messy. They're all big dogs, and when they drink, the water goes everywhere. And then the dirt mixes with it and have muddy floors. That's my biggest challenge is how to keep my house clean and how to keep it from smelling like dogs. Let me tell you how I do that. Because it's really a serious thing. Like I have sometimes 9, 10, 12 dogs here a day. Typically overnight, I'm talking 4 or 5 because usually it's my day. I have more daycare dogs than I do overnight dogs, which I'm so thankful that I was smart enough to push the daycare. There's such a demand for doggy daycare. But that way they all go home at night, you know what I mean? And I can have my nights, which still I don't have my nights because honestly, by the time that the daycare dogs are picked up, it's like 7:30. And then by the time I, kind of catch a little buzz and eat, it's 9, 10 o'clock. So, and I get up really, really early. I get up at like 2 or 3 in the morning. I know the smoking, guys. I know. I have got to quit smoking. Somebody said something about hypnotism. I'm going to try it. I got to get this out of my life. Yeah. Yeah, Janet, I agree. I agree that as they bring people in, they're going to sing. I mean, they're going to sing like birds. These people are not going to go down with the ship. These are not people of integrity or morals. You're right. They're going to sing. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right, Don. Oh, hey, sweet Liberty. I'm glad you caught us too. Yeah, I know President Trump knew what he was up to. President Trump knew what he was up to too. I wonder if this was his plan all along, President Trump. Like, was this his plan all along to get in there and take these people down when he saw what was going on? And he knew was a man that had enough power to do that. So sometimes I wonder that too. Hey, crazy Mexican, what is up? Yeah, I'm not sure what it means for the rest of us. I worry about what this means for the rest of us. And if three-quarters of our government is involved and they take out three-quarters of our leadership, let's think about that. That's a lot of freaking holes to fill. You know what I mean? That's a lot to think about. What do you think other countries think looking at us? You know, if I was an outsider looking in, I think this place was freaking crazy. And it is crazy. All this fighting, all this inner fighting amongst ourselves that they create, like all this race bullshit that doesn't exist. I mean, they create problems that don't even exist, and we're fighting over them. And that way they're winning. In that way they are winning. Like the more we argue about the little stuff amongst ourselves, like, they're winning. They're winning, plain and simple. That's what I think drew me the most to Adam and Marfugal TV and Marfugal News. I'd never seen any truther try to bring together people more than him. Like, think about that. Like, and you think about it, if you really think about how all of us are so different in our thoughts. Yeah, you're right, Renee. You're right. And I think what happened was they gave these people like it out. They said, okay, you can not run again, or we can blow your top. You know what I mean? Like some people are stepping down because, and they're also, I think, giving up information. I believe, but I don't know if that's true. Yeah, he said he was going to drain the swamp. I hope that's what he's doing. Irish Colleen, hi. Yeah, I believe he'll win by a landslide. I don't believe that's any question. They don't even have somebody to. They don't even have a candidate worth putting forward. They haven't. Joe Biden is so freaking funny, guys. Is he not hilarious? And you guys know, like that stuff he said today about Trump checking into him about the Ukraine, making the Ukraine government go after him. No, no, no. That was not how it was. His son, he strong armed the Ukraine government not to investigate his son because his son was embezzling money or taking money, however, from the Ukrainian officials, and Biden bragged about how he strong armed them into not prosecuting his son. And his son made, I forget how many trillions of dollars on that deal. Somebody else might know. One of you guys might know. I don't know exactly how much he made, but he made a ton of money. And yeah, Trump did not get that started. That was already going on. Yeah, Lisa. And the funny thing is, and the worst thing is that we're sitting here watching them do what they're doing in Venezuela. Like they are literally saying, okay, we don't want your president. This is going to be your president. And they are sanctioning a country because they want them to change their. What if somebody told us what president to have? Like they're definitely interfering in elections of other countries. Like, come on. Yeah, I think you're so right, seeker of truth. Debate, debateinator crush. Is that how you? I don't know how you said that. Someone here will maybe someone here will listen. It's very important. What's important, honey? Tell me. It is all about the oil and the natural resources of Venezuela. Venezuela is has so much gold. We want their resources, so we're gonna freeze them out, starve the people to death, make a president, put a president in they didn't elect because we want their shit. Now, how ridiculous is this? I don't know if any of you guys feel this way, but I don't support what our government is doing in that fashion. Like, I don't support that. We have no business telling anybody who should be president in their country when we can't figure out our own shit. We need to take care of ours. Clean your own yard before you worry about somebody else's yard. You know what I'm saying? Right. Right, Mark. I agree with that. He's not a pedophile. He's a billionaire. Doesn't need their money. He is their worst nightmare. You're exactly right. They could not manipulate him. They couldn't blackmail him. They couldn't do it to him. That's why they hate him. That's why they hate him. Every issue has oil all over it. Yeah. And they want that price of oil to be skyrocketed. They want that. And you know about that? It would be hyperinflation in America. And they want that too. And the farmers, I mean, they've basically put our farmers completely out of business. I mean, our farmers are basically getting paid not to farm anymore. Where's our food going to come from? They're going to starve us. That's what they're planning. I do believe that they're planning to starve us. And it's going to be easy to do because most Americans have what, 3 days of food in their cupboard? I mean, it's not going to be that hard. Yeah, we are the number one producer of oil right now and natural gas. However, um, I don't know how that's going to play out. You know what I mean? I don't know how that's going to play out. Yeah, I'm conservative as well. Yeah, I am. Oh, I am doing that. Seeker of truth, I am. My boyfriend and I are growing peppers, tomatoes, and some stuff like that right now. We just got a house. We were in an apartment. So we just got a house with a yard. And because of the dogs, it's really hard. I can't really have a garden because of the dogs, because, obviously they have dug this yard up so bad. It's ridiculous. But anyway, I can't have a garden, but we have like, we're doing it in like buckets and things. But it's hard to grow in buckets and stuff because your plant doesn't have a lot of room and doesn't have a lot of nutrients. So my boyfriend has been studying really hard about what kind of nutrients you give it and everything like that. And we are learning to grow our own food. We are. I am. And I got some pineapples growing. I am. You're exactly right. Yeah. Yeah, Mark, you're exactly right. Hunger Games. Oh, I know, right, Jamie? Right? Hi, sweet Jenna. Are you feeling better, sweet Jenna? Are you feeling better, sweet Jenna? It's good to see you, honey. Feed the soil, not the plants. That's what he's finding out. Oh my God, it's so insane how much goes into this. You know what I mean? It's so insane how much goes into growing. Like he's great about research. My boyfriend, that's one thing. He is so awesome about research. Like he seriously will find out like everything about it. Like he's really good about that. I'm not. I'm not as good about research. Um, I'm just not. So he does that part. Do I do call-ins? I'm gonna. I figure out how. Like, and also, that's one thing about it. Debatinator crush. I don't know. I don't know how to do that stuff. Like, I don't know how to do a call-in show, and I don't know how to. I love you too, sweet Jenna. I love you too, baby girl. Um, I don't know how to do a call-in show. Like, I think that I could do like Skype, right? Could we Skype? I don't know how you share your screen or any of that. Like, I'm so, I'm sorry, guys. I'm like, you don't know how to either? Call you and you'll help me? Okay. Actually, I can't do call in tonight, though. Like, I seriously got to get off here and take care of these dogs. But Jason, yes, I will. I will call you, Jason. I don't have Hangouts, but oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, good idea, Lisa. Boom. Good idea, Lisa. Oh, I got you, girl. Sweet Jenna. I got you. Um, yeah, Dex is so smart too, right? And I love his commentary. Yeah, he adds a lot to the show, don't you think? Him and Marv make such a great pair. They're awesome. They really are awesome. Wow. Winging it with Irish Colleen. Did everybody else see that? What she said? That's crazy. Did he take journalism? I don't know if he did or not. You leaving, Paige? Well, thanks for stopping by, Paige. We love you. 2 FEMA train cars mixed into regular cargo. That is so spooky. Look like a prison. He is good for the show. I agree. Oh man, I got 2 dogs beating on the door out there. Damn it, guys. I'm so sorry. This is my life. I'm serious. In, out, in, out, in, out. Seriously, this is my life. Oh, they're so cute. What are you doing? I wish you guys could see this. I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't see it. Shit. I'm sorry, guys. Wait a second. It's too much. There's just too much. I want you to see Joy. Come here, Joy. Come here. Say hi to everybody. I told you, you'd be the star of the show. She'd be the star of the show. Oh man, I can't get her on there. She moves too fast. She's my Australian Shepherd. And somebody from Australia commented on one of my things and said they call them coolies over there. They call the Australian Shepherds coolies. She's so freaking smart and so cute. I love her. I've had her a few times, and she's just super, super good. And she's actually aboard, and so is Jackson. And they have decided they're boyfriend and girlfriend. It's the cutest. Are you okay, Paige? Is everything all right? Yeah, hi, puppy. They are. They're the cutest. And I tell you what, it's the funniest thing because when I take the daycare dogs from the owners, like I go out and get the daycare dogs and bring them in so that the owners don't have to knock on the door because knocking on the door obviously causes a big uproar. So I go out and get each of the dogs. And I always say, it's the funniest thing. I always say, have a good day at work. And then I say, because I know I'm gonna. And it's so funny because my day at work is this. Like, how did this happen? I don't even know. How am I getting paid to watch dogs play all day? Like, that's just freaking insane, right? Oh, she's fat. She's in my treat pouch. She's searching for treats. Look at that. She's so smart. She's so smart. She's like, I know you got him, mommy. I know you got him. Here you go, guys. Here's a treat. Oh my god, too funny. There you go, Willow. Willow will take a treat, but she won't eat it. She'll just lay it down somewhere and then somebody else will eat it. They're so cute. Oh, Sky. I mean, Joy. I had another one the other day, and her name was Sky. Remember the other day when we were doing a live stream and I got that request for that new dog? Well, I had her the next day, and she was one of these, but she was mixed, right? But she was super smart, too. Oh, yeah. I wanted to say something about that, Mark. All right, guys, go. Go, guys. Go. No more. They're getting me dirty. Now I'm going to have to take another shower. Yeah, Mark, I agree with you. Um, Yeah, Dawn, great idea. I could probably do that, Dawn. I could probably grow. I will. I will check that out, Renee. I will check that out. This dog is just not giving up. What do you want, Joy? What's in there? What is in there? What is it? What is in there? Can you find it? I fucking love them. I do. I love them so much. Yeah, I will figure out how to do that, guys, before my next live stream. I don't have time to do it tonight. I'm sorry. I have to Yeah, Mark, you're so right. Aw, sweet Jenny, you're the sweetest. Yeah, that's the only bad thing is that all the dogs stop. Okay, enough. I'm gonna take off my belt, or she's not gonna stop. With the dogs, they dig so bad, and the front yard. Of course, I can't do anything in the front yard, but I am starting to learn how to grow my own shit because I think that's really important. And Mark, I think you are so right. And Adam has been doing a lot of stories about the asteroids, and it's funny, but they did close down that observatory, and they actually not only did they close down that observatory, but they actually went house to house, didn't they? I mean, they went through that whole town for some reason. And people were saying it was about the kitty porn ring, but it was not. It definitely was not. This was something about out there. No more. Show the belt, they straighten up. No, they just actually they don't. They get treats no matter what. They know it. They're all so dirty right now though. I gotta clean them up for bed. And that's what I was telling you guys, and then I got sidetracked. I'm telling you, my brain, and that's the other thing. Okay, first, heavy metals and detoxing your body of heavy metals. I was really curious about this, so I've been investigating a whole bunch of different things. But I found that it's the craziest thing, and it's super cheap, and you guys aren't going to believe this. But borax, which is the chemical or the natural thing, boron, I guess that is in the earth, and it's a natural thing that we need in our bodies. But borax, if you take 1 teaspoon, I wrote it down so I could tell you guys because I want to make sure I knew. The borax was 1 teaspoon to a liter of water, and you mix that up really good, and you take 2 teaspoons of that, or 1 teaspoon. I hate my brain. This is why I'm going to do this borax, because I hate my brain. And I wrote it down somewhere. Oh, here it is. Okay, so it's 2 teaspoons, okay, start over. Borax, which you get at any place in the laundry aisle, and it's a powder form. And you take 1 teaspoon per 1 liter of water. You shake it up real good, and you take 1 teaspoon 2 times a day, and that will detox the heavy metals out of your brain. And I'm doing that. Like, I'm doing that right away because I'm telling you guys, I can't stay on a topic. My brain is all over the place, and it's like that all day long. Like my boyfriend always says, like in my cleaning, like I'll start in there, and then something I do in there will bring me in here. So then I'll do something in here that'll take me in there. Like I can't focus on one thing and get it done. And I really think this has something to do with it. Oh yeah, you're right. You're very right, Lisa. And by the way, I'm not a doctor. I'm not an herbalist. I'm not any kind of thing. And you should always check with your doctor before you do anything to affect your health in any way. This is something I'm doing for myself, and this is just what I'm passing on to you is what I'm doing for myself. But I'm not recommending that for anyone else. Like that's just what I'm doing for me. Smart, Lisa. Thank you. Do not give up. Yeah. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you too. The real truth. Or yeah, the raw apple cider with the mother. It has to have the mother in it as well. And that's really good for you. Taking that a couple times a day, will really help you out as well. But again, I'm not a doctor, and I'm not giving you any medical advice. I'm just telling you what I am doing. Yeah, winging it with Colleen. Yeah, and that's all part of this 5G total control system and Skynet. Like we're all look, guys. If you guys think it isn't already going on, it is. AI is all over us, and we've got to stop it. I don't know how, but we've got to stop it. Like we've got to stand up. Yeah, I know it's hard for me to keep up to that. How long have you been doing that for, Borax? I haven't done it yet. I just found this today, and I'm just going to start this. I'm tonight when I go do my shopping, which I do in the middle of the night. Oh, there's my baby boy. I'm going to get the borax and I'm going to do it. So if you guys want to let me test it out before you do something, that's probably smart. You guys got to see this one. This is my baby. Come here. These are my two dogs. Come on. Come on. I got to show you guys. Levi. You guys have seen Levi before. I mean, not good light. Levi. Come here. Come here. Come to mama. No. This is my baby boy. Yeah. This is my baby boy. This is mine. Yeah. This is my baby boy. We got Asher first, and Asher grew to be a huge giant. So I said to my boyfriend, I said, I gotta have a dog that is size that I can control and love. So this is my baby boy. His name is Levi. Yeah, and him's good boy. Well, except for today, he was bad boy, but he's usually good boy. They need to go out now. See, this is my life. In, out, in, out, in, out. So yeah, you guys let me try the borax and see how it works. And then if it works good, then you guys can do it too. But I'm telling you, my brain's all over the place all the time. Like I seriously can't stay on one subject. But when I was telling you guys about how to keep your house from smelling like dogs, having 9 and 10 dogs all the time, I can tell you that is a very big challenge. That's one of the hardest things for me is dealing with the mess and the dirt and the smell of dogs. First of all, I have all hard floors, so I don't have any rugs. So not having any carpets helps because, of course you're going to have the occasional accident. And the fact that your carpet is holding that is what keeps the smell of dog in your house. You know what I mean? My hair's like a wreck. I'm sorry, guys. So hard floors, that's probably the key for me. It makes it easier for me. But also, I use the wax melts. I don't know if any of you guys have tried them, but the little warmers that have wax in them, I use those things. And I'm telling you right now, man, they freaking work. But I don't think my house smells like dog. Of course, I don't think that, but I live here. I wonder sometimes when people come in. But my boyfriend comes in from all day outside, and he says he can never smell it. So I really work hard on not being able to smell dog in my house because that's a really big problem for me. You know what I mean? I don't like that. So. Oh, wow. That's crazy, Mark. Good idea. That's a good idea. Oh, you know what, Crazy Mexican? I think you're right. I agree with that. And I think that's good for you to do every once in a while. To fast like that, I think that's really good for you to do every once in a while. It makes your system, um, it makes your system, when you do eat again, then it applies, the nutrients are better absorbed, I think. And I think it's good for people to fast once in a while. I really do. Really? Really, Linda? Why and where and how? Where'd you hear that from? Because I use them. I would want to know. Yeah, that's bad. Um, and I have 3 burners. It's a small house. It's only 1,000 square feet, and I have 3 burners, and I change them twice a day. I use a lot of wax melts. Um, Yeah. So anyway, tell me why that's bad for dogs. I gotta know. Um, and Jace, I don't know if Jason, if you're still here, honey. I also need to pick your brain about I'm trying to build my website for my business, and I'm trying to create the Facebook page for my business and all that because I have to do all that stuff because you know what I mean. Like you just have to have a business. You have to do all these and be on social media and everything. And it's funny because I don't even get on Facebook for myself anymore. I don't use Facebook anymore at all. And it's hard for me to do all these things. Like building my own website was very difficult. And then now I can't find it in any of the search engines. I got this search engine, what's it called? A search engine listing guide or whatever, people. And they're supposed to make sure your site is seen on and not be like on the third or fourth page, but be up front on the recommendations from Google and all that. And I can't even find my website when I search it directly. So I talked to the SEO guy, and he tried to walk me through a couple of things, but I'm really a tech tart, and it really hold me back in my business. Like I need a better. I'm really good at the business part of my business about taking care of the dogs and doing all that part, like the physical part. I'm really good about that. I'm good at it. As far as the paperwork goes, like I'm good about the accounting part and all that, but doing the business part and setting up like the Facebook page and the website and all that, that stuff is really hard for me. And it's hard for me to make myself sit down and do it too. So that part of my business has really been lacking, and I really need to focus on it. I've got to do better about it. It's really, it's one of those things nowadays. You have to be on social media. I mean, you just have to. Well, you know what? Secret truth, that's probably true. And with all my lung issues, I should probably try that too. And I've already been checking into some essential oils, like the thyme oil, and I haven't gotten a diffuser yet. And I don't know exactly what essential oils to get and stuff. You know what I mean? Like I haven't learned about them. I need to do more research. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Jason. Exactly, girl. Yeah, Linda, I will because I that's important to me. You're exactly right. Um, these people trust me with their dogs to take care of them, and I take that responsibility very seriously, and I do a very good job at it. Like I never leave them. I'm always with them, and I'm always taking care of. Like seriously, I do that job very well. But the other side, yeah, and Facebook does connect you with others. Like I need to get on Mark's Facebook page. I haven't even done that. Like I have followed him on Twitter, but I haven't done the other. Would you say crazy Mexican? I gotta go back and see what you said. Oh, you're right, Linda. You're right. They do smell that much. Mark, taping the cameras up unless you need them. Yeah, everybody should be doing that. And you know what, guys? If we just, oh, I see what you said, crazy Mexican. Oh, Lindy, I'm sorry, baby. I'm an asshole. I am an asshole. Um, Commercials changed when you did. What do you mean by that? North Olympics, what do you mean by that? And I know mine should be taped up all the time too, and they're not, and I should be doing that. Don't you guys feel like though that the face of your camera, I mean, face of your phone is just as bad? Like, I mean, don't you think they are doing all this facial recognition stuff when we look at our phones? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't you think that's already predictive commercials from view from my camera? Yeah, I think all the screens. I gotta be honest. I feel like if I'm looking into a screen can be looking back at me. Like that's how I feel about it. I've always felt that way. Even when I was younger, I felt like if you can see out, they can see in. I mean, no line is one way, guys. Let's face it, no line is one. And I heard the other day that Google Nest is going to be the #1 gift this Christmas. So everybody's going to give everybody a Google Nest. So Google's going to be right up in your shit. You have to be. I got to be honest. Anybody that has one of those things now, after knowing what we know, is a bloomin' idiot. It's just like Alexa. You should not have these things in your house. Speaker of truth, that's awesome. And that's what I'm saying is that we control the system by how we spend our money. If we don't buy the stuff that they're pushing, then you know what I mean? So some of the solution is within us. And the other thing I was thinking about solution wise, like how are we gonna fix the problem, is maybe we should all commit to like, I needed this. I need to commit to a couple hours a day that I turn all electronics off. Not listening to my phone, not on my laptop, just turn it all off. Turn it all off and commit to an hour or 2 hours a day. Spend some time with your kids without the electronics. Spend some time with your husband without the electronics. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that that might be a great way to just start putting some of this stuff down and walking away. Lindy, no smart nothing. Good girl. That's the smartest thing you can ever do. Wow, North Olympics. That's so crazy. Yeah, Mark, you're exactly right. And I got to be honest, I'm terrible. You know what? What comes out of this mouth is a surprise to me as much as it is you guys. I'm telling you right now, I never know what's coming out of that bitch. But I'm not going to curb how I talk and what I say. And I say that, but I'll still like, what Marv does, like with IS or Rio, he's smart because honestly, those bots are looking for these keywords. You're exactly right. Bye, Michelle. Yeah, good seeker of truth. Exactly. Yep. Yep. You're right. You're right, Mark. Truth has no filter. Nope. And you know what, guys? I got to be honest. I'm not a fake person. I can't be. I don't have the ability. Because I just can't. I'm not a fake person. I don't have it in me. Oh, Jay Stone. Yeah, Lindy, you're so right. You're so right, girl. It is so true. My Helen, I love you too, girl. Yeah, I know you're right, Helen. I know you're right. I have to be careful. Yeah. I think we all feel like that, Deanna Marie. I think we all feel like that. Like sometimes I just feel like I was born in the wrong time period. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I should have been born, I don't know, before all of this stuff, before all of this craziness. But the truth of the matter is, all of these plans and all of this stuff that's going on now, all of these plans were devised in the early 1900s and early in late in the 1800s. These people have been at this project for hundreds of years. They had a long-term goal, and they're getting to the very end of their long-term goal. Like we have to realize this was part of their plan. Born 911. You were born 911, Mark? Wow, Lindy. That's deep. That's deep, Lindy. That's deep. Nah, winging it. Winging it with Irish going. You would have been awesome adult in the 70s, right? Yeah, and you know what, Seeker of Truth? I think I'm a little bit younger than you, just a couple years. A few years younger than you, Mark. Um, Seeker of Truth, too. I do think that we're all here for a reason. And I think that we were all brought together by Marv for a reason, too. Like, this family, I think this is bigger than we realize. This is turning into like a movement. You know what I mean? It's turning into something way more than any of us thought it would be when it started. Like when I started watching Marv, honestly, it was like before that FEMA video. And I was watching him and I'm thinking to myself, who does this kid think he is? You know what I mean? Like da da da, or whatever. And then I started watching him more and more. And I was like, man, this kid, there's just something to him. You know what I mean? He kept picking up steam, picking up steam. And I just think it was amazing. If you would watch like his beginning videos before FEMA and watch him now, it is just crazy how he's grown. It's crazy as a person. I mean, even the channel too, but it's crazy how he's grown as a person. And he is so humble. And so he has pushed up so many people. And we all need to be positive and push up each other like that too. You know, just like I was saying, Renee, like you do your thing, Renee does her thing, and you know, I do my thing, and Jay Stone does her thing, and Lisa does her thing. We all have something to contribute. Lindy, you have said some amazing things here tonight. I want to see it. I want to see videos from you talking about this stuff. Like we all have something to contribute. We all have something to say. And this is an amazing family. I love you guys very much. And I hope that you guys know, even the days that I don't come on and I don't, you know, even the days I don't make videos or whatever, I'm thinking about you guys. Like I'm seriously, I'm not kidding. And I love you all. When I wake up in the morning and have the Marv to wake up to and my coffee, there's nothing better than that. Nothing better. Nothing. And I just think we just all were brought together at this time for some reason. Maybe we are going to be the change. But being the change you want to see is a big part of it too. Like, you know, positivity out and positivity in. That's it, man. You have positive vibes out and positive vibes will find you. So I had a lot more issues that I wanted to cover tonight. I had a lot more things that I wanted to say. Obviously, it's been a long time. I got to get off here. My dogs need me. My man needs me. But I want to say that I love you guys very much. And Mark, that's so funny. Yeah, North Olympics. Yeah, yeah. Debateinator crush. Yeah. Red Kansas Rose. Hey, hey. Well, good to have you. So nice. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much for stopping by. Red Kansas Rose. Yeah. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, this is a huge family, and I've honestly, I've honestly never had family that I could talk to like you guys. So I just want to say I love you guys, and I will see you guys. I probably will not be up late enough to watch Marv tonight. I probably will have to watch him in the morning. Um, Lindy, you're so right. You're so right. Good night, Lisa. Bye, Deanna. And yes, welcome, Red Rose. Yeah, welcome, Kansas, Red Rose. I know, Mark. I hear you. It is next on my list. I don't know if you know anything about my story, Mark. Hey, Vlad. Do not give up. I don't know if you know anything about my story, Mark, but I'm a recovering addict. And it was about 7 years ago that I got clean. And it is one of my goals to quit smoking. I think I'm going to have to get hypnotized. I've tried everything, guys. And it's wearing me down. My lungs are in terrible shape. So that is something that's on my list of things to do. Equine. Equine Prepper, hi. Hey, baby, how are you doing? I stopped by your channel a couple times. Great stuff. Great stuff, Equine. Bye, Jamie. Bye, Jay Stone. I love you guys very much. Jay Stone, I'll be in touch, girl, because I need your help. Maybe tomorrow we can talk. I know you sleep in the morning, so maybe you can hit me up, Jay Stone. Maybe you can text me when you wake up tomorrow. And Mark, thank you for all that you did. Mark, thank you for everything you contributed to this talk tonight. You contributed so much and so much information. And I can tell that you're a wealth of information. I'm going to stick my email address in the description of this video, or I'll tape it to sometimes I can't figure out I don't know how to add anything to the description once I end the stream. So I might have to go back and do it into the comment section. I'll pin my email address. Mark, if you would email me, please. I would like to do something about interviewing you. Mark, I think you have a lot to say, and I want to hear you. And yes, Jay Stone. And Helen Dixon, I love you. Good night. I will see you guys on the flip side. And I love you. You guys all have a great night. All right? Be safe. Be prepared. FP71 out. I gotta figure out. You know what I really want is one of those things that Marv has where he can make sounds when he talks. That's so freaking cool. Anyway, goodbye, guys. See, I can always keep going. My brain is like, I'm just slow down the caffeine. Bye, guys.